Today I've come out to the natural park of the Salinas in Santa Pola. Opportunities here, well, there might be some opportunities for some wildlife and maybe some kind of landscape stuff as well. I guess we'll have to see. I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. So this is a natural park, salt lakes. Now a lot of the lakes are fenced off, but there are kind of observation areas, hides for observing the wildlife, and there's one of them just over there. So I think we'll go in and have a little look and see if there's anything worth photographing from here. Well, there's some birds out there, but nothing particularly exciting, and they're a long way away. So I think we'll carry on and see what else we can find. Something out there wading. It's quite a long way away, so no idea whether this is going to work or not, but we'll give it a go. Got the 100 to 400 lens on. Got nice reflections in the water. There's a mix of wooden walkways and sandy paths, but they're all railed in. It's all there to protect not only the wildlife, but also the environment that supports them. So it's important to respect that, even if it is a bit frustrating that you can't always get as close to things as you would like. Comfortable for a couple of minutes. Over that way there's kind of an observation platform, half hidden by a tree, and it's reflecting in the water. I'm wondering if later on that might make for an interesting image. I guess we'll have to see a bit later on when I've had a walk around a bit more. So one of the interesting things about this location is its proximity to the sea. But just over there there's a beach. So before I head over to the tower over there, I'm going to have a little look over this way. Nothing much down here to photograph. Sometimes you get birds feeding along the edge of the waterline on the beach, but there's nothing here. And there's nothing actually in the sea, there's no big waves, so nothing to do here. So we'll head back over into the park thing over there. Really quite surprised at how little wildlife I've seen around. I'm sure when I've been here before there's been lots, but I've seen very little. You know, a few birds, but not many. But hopefully what wildlife I've seen, I've managed to get a couple of images of. I think what I'm going to do is head back over towards that tower and maybe swap lenses and see what I can do in a more kind of scenic landscape style. Just thought I'd come up onto this observation tower just to see if I could see if there was any sort of obvious pockets of wildlife around that would be worth pursuing. Well, I don't think there is. So I think I'm going to swap lenses and maybe do something a bit more landscapey. Right, got the 12 to 100 on now, which I suspect is going to be the best lens for what I want to do. Like a lot of landscape photographers, I used to have the philosophy that I would stay out until at least half an hour after sunset in the hopes of getting that beautiful post-sunset colour and texture. But now I tend to have a slightly different approach because I like to read the conditions and decide what I think is going to happen. If you've got nice clouds, or if you've got clouds, then after the sun goes down, you can get bottom lighting. So the light comes up from below the horizon, the rays of the sun come up and that lights up the cloud, and that can be spectacular. If you haven't got cloud, then there's no interest in the sky. So you're relying completely on interest in the foreground or in the landscape. And normally for me that means having light on the scene. There are some exceptions. There are scenes that look nice without light on, without direct light on, in which case it's worth hanging around until the blue hour. But unless I've got the right kind of scene, I will tend to shoot maybe up to, well, half an hour, quarter of an hour before sunset, depending on what the scene is like, and then call it done. And I suspect that's what's going to be happening today. I'm just coming back around to the scene that I saw earlier that I thought might look interesting with the reflections of that tower in. Even if I go a little bit this way, there's a bit of the bank coming in the bottom corner that doesn't really work. There's actually some people standing up on the tower now, which may or may not add a bit of interest. decided to come back round to this hide, put the long lens back on, and just see if there was any other wildlife around. I thought I saw some birds kind of in the bushes and that down here, and I thought if there was anything sort of moving around down there with some nice light on it, it might look good. The only life around is way over on the far side. There's a flamingo to one side, and then some, I don't even know what they are, they're too small to be able to see. Might only be like ducks or something, I don't know, but there's definitely something. But there's nothing on this side anywhere that you could do any photography. I can hear a helicopter as well. I think I'm going to take a walk up to the other hide like this, see if there's anything there. But I think it's unlikely. I think it's all over the other side where the people can't get to. Smart animals, smart birds. Okay, well, I sat in the hide observation area, whatever you want to call it, up there for a good 15-20 minutes, but there was just nothing around. It's about a, I don't know, 5-6 minute walk, brisk walk down to this other one. But we've only got maybe 15 minutes until we lose the sun. And again, there's no life down here. I mean, there was not a lot of wildlife here when I first arrived, but now there's even less. We're going to lose the sun in 3 or 4 minutes probably. I can see it going down behind there. There's a little bird just settled on some twigs over there. Might just be able to get a shot of it quickly. Maybe a little bit of backlight. Where are you? There you are. Ah. I might have got it. I might have got it. I made the mistake I keep making, and I dialed my shutter speed down instead of up, which is something I keep doing because the dials are different on this camera to what I'm used to. That may be possibly even the last shot of the day. Okay, that's it. The sun has now gone down. The light on the scene has all gone, so it's all got sort of fairly boring actually. And the wildlife appears to be avoiding me. I'm not quite sure where it's all gone to, but it's certainly not here. But hopefully I'll still manage to get a few images. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget about giving it a like, sharing it on social media. And if you're new here and you've enjoyed this, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until next week, bye.